Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. And today's video, I first apologize for not posting the Master League video earlier today because I forgot. Okay, I thought tomorrow is Thursday. Turns out today is Thursday, and some people reach out, and I do appreciate the love. I do appreciate like people asking like, why didn't you post stuff like this? So I have the video ready. Like now we're about to talk about the Master League top teams, like the best teams you could use in the Master League. It's not as budget friendly as the other leagues could be, but what I say in Master League is like a consistent league. Once you get yourself a meta team, that meta team probably will stay meta for like 2 years. Because last time I built this stuff for Master League was in season 6, and well, last time was like last season. But now I need to build a new season, a new team for the current season, for the current meta. And probably once I have those meta champions built, it's going to take 2 years at least. Trust me. That's how slowly the Master League meta change, and that's how like why Master League players admire Master League, which is something I actually understand because the meta doesn't change as much as the other leagues. Not everyone not everyone likes to play different teams. Some people like one team, farm dust. Because Master League is the best league to farm dust. It's 4 times the dust always. So playing GBL just for the dust is probably worth it the most in Master League. So let's keep it as short. I'm not gonna keep yapping. Let's just go and talk about the Pokemons in Master League. I'm not going through details because most of the people who watch Master League videos are into Master League, so they don't care about this page specifically. But let's take a look at the PvPoke ranking. The best Pokemon according to PvPoke is Palkia Origin for multiple reasons. Palkia Origin probably the only Pokemon that beat Mewtwo on every shield scenario, beats all other dragons, beats everything in a neutral matchup for multiple reasons. One, it has one of the best types in the game, which is dragon. It has a baiting move. It's the only dragon that has a 50 energy charge move, and it's an OP move. It's a special event combined with Palkia's attack. Nothing appreciate to take that hit to the face. So trust me. Followed by Zygarde, which is like, if Palkia is the best offensive Pokemon, Zygarde is the strongest defensive Pokemon. That's due to his massive bulk. Zygarde, like when Zygarde came out, Zygarde made Lugia look like a joke comparing to like the stat product that Zygarde had. Followed by Landorus. Landorus is the spammiest, the most obnoxious Pokemon in Master League. That's because Sandseed is like an Icy Wind clone. So imagine Icy Wind with Mud Shot. That's what Landorus does. Dragonite on the list. I don't know why Dragonite is there, but I think Dragonite does slightly better into Ho-Oh and Landorus than Rayquaza, because Rayquaza doesn't have Dragon Breath. It's a Dragon Tail, so you're always forced to throw your move at good time, and so which means you have to adapt to the opponent fast move. While Dragonite has one turn fast move, so you always can throw it, and you have slightly more bulk, I think, than Rayquaza, which would make Dragonite use it here. But that's the second thing that why Dragonite is better than Rayquaza is having access to Superpower. Dragon Breath plus Superpower is good enough to KO a Pokemon like Dialga Origin. Giratina Altered, please don't use it. Palkia Non-Origin, please don't use it. Necrozma. I haven't had the chance to use it, and I don't think I'm going to put any team about Necrozma for one reason, because the only people who have it are the people who actually went, I think, to Go Fest or like were able to raid it, but you still don't have the move as far as I am correct. So today, maybe there will be a team, maybe there won't be. But this is like the list on PvPoke, but on PvPoke what matters are like 6 Pokemons. No, there is one more. What am I talking about? Where's Lando? Yeah, Lando is like the glue on this cup, because you could stick Lando to any team and you could have yourself one of the best teams. That's because Lando has like the best coverage, and it's probably the only Pokemon that doesn't get walled, and you pretty much win all neutral matchups. The matchup you hate the most is the Palkia one, because Palkia can one-shot you with the Aqua Tail plus the Dragon Breath. So those are like the most consistent 7 Pokemons in the Master League. Palkia, Dialga, both Origin with the move, okay? You can use Dialga Origin without the move, but I think it's kind of crucial for Palkia. Like, you need the move on Palkia. Solgaleo is like probably the best Pokemon at baiting out Landorus, and I've seen people using Solgaleo as a way to bait out the Lando so that the Dialga can sweep after, or to use it to bait out the Kyogre. Ho-Oh still is still decent in the current meta. That's because it beats 4 of the best 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the best 5. And this thing can actually beat 4. The Landorus matchup is a scuffed, but if you have a Shadow Ho-Oh, okay? Shadow Ho-Oh, you kind of melt down the Landorus. You could get 2 shields easily, and you can like catch before they get to the 3rd move. And it's something to mention here. Landorus is able to get to 2 Stone Edges and 1 Sand Seed against Shadow Ho-Oh. So if you Shadow Ho-Oh, you shielded 2 Stone Edges, they don't get to a 3rd Stone Edge. So you can stay in and just incinerate them all the way down. Xerneas is by far the best Pokemon, probably the only Pokemon that beat both Dialga Origin and Palkia Origin. You could say Togekiss can do the same, but like Xerneas is still the best. Zygarde, I'm not going to talk about it because it's the bulkiest and the most annoying Pokemon to handle in Master League. So those are like the best Pokemons. What are the best team? The best team is still the best team in like since like 3-4 seasons, since Palkia Origin came out to the game. It's Palkia Origin with Ho-Oh and Landorus. It's basically Palkia Origin plus 2 hard answers to the Dialga in the lead. But Palkia with energy is not bad into Dialga. Palkia, the old one, the normal, used to struggle against Dialga because Dialga does 1 more the Dragon Breath damage. But when Palkia Origin came out, it's bulkier than the normal Palkia, which means you take 1 less damage from Dragon Breath, which means you sometimes can stay in and get to a nuke and a baiting move against the Dialga, especially when you farm something down. This is the best team according to PvPoke, but PogoFan have sent me a team that I think is actually better. I think it's much better also. Because if you have a Shadow Ho-Oh, it's much better. Especially in the Lando matchup. You melt down the Landorus. If you shield 2 Stone Edges, they can't get to a 3rd one. And most people still don't know that. And Xerneas is kind of cool because Xerneas is not a good safe swap. But Xerneas is a great answer to the Dialga and the Palkias. There is a video on the channel from 2700 to Legend with Shadow Ho-Oh, feat PogoFan, and this team is featuring PogoFan's Legend run with this team. So I do recommend, if you want to use this video, go watch the team, because the Kyogre matchup in the back, PogoFan played it differently, and I actually first refused to call it the better play, but when I saw him how he plays it and the results that he came up with, I do agree with the way he does it. So if you want to play this team, go watch this video. You can stop here because you don't want to know about the other teams. Yeah, this video is actually like showcase how to play basically against all the Pokemons. Some people don't have Dialga Origin and Palkia Origin, so this is kind of the best team for you. Triple Flyers: Landorus, Lugia, Ho-Oh. Okay, what do you do against Avalog? Why do you have to have a play against everything? This is technically not an ideal team. So you don't have a play against Avalog, but Avalog is not one popular Pokemon. Just remember that. Now, the top 3 PvPoke team, if you are around this channel, you know how much we admired something we call top 3 PvPoke. The strategy behind it is like, you look at PvPoke, number 1 is Palkia, that's your lead. Number 2 is Zygarde, that's your safe swap. Number 3 is Landorus, that's your closer in the back. But it doesn't work like that. The good thing about this team is that you could literally run it in any order. The order I would run it is like this one. Which Landorus do you prefer is up to you, but I would use the other 4, not this one. I kind of hate this one because it's a low CP one, while the other one can win CMP pretty much against everything. The Solgaleo fans, if you are a Solgaleo fan, if you are into ABB teams, this is the best ABB team, I think. It struggles against the Kyogre in the back, so that's why you use Solgaleo here, and Solgaleo is a must with this core. If you want to use a fire Pokemon with Palkia, you need Solgaleo to bait out the Landorus and the Kyogre, because Solgaleo, yes, still lose, but it's a very close matchup, and it's a matchup you don't care about. But if you watch my stream, the team I do use is Optimus Prime, okay, with Dialga Origin and Kyogre. Why? Because those are the only good 3 I have against the entire meta. I managed to hit Legend last season with this team. I still think it's a very strong team. The problem with it struggles at high MMR, because at high MMR, everyone is running Palkia, Ho-Oh, Lando. So if you play against that team and you lose lead, you have to swap into Zygarde, and the problem with Zygarde, it doesn't beat Landorus if they decided to double shield, and if they decided to double shield, your Kyogre will be aligned against the Palkia, and just a good game. You can't come back from that. The team I used to run in the good old days is Ho-Oh, Dialga, Groudon, and now with the Origins, you could literally just do it this way. Ho-Oh, Dialga, Palkia, Origin. Again, you don't the move is not must on Dialga Origin, but the move is a must on Palkia Origin. This is another team I used to run back in the good old days. I don't think it works as much now because the team kinda struggle into Palkia. So, well, technically we have two Palkia answers. What was the thing I used to struggle against? I think Mewtwo is the one that made me rage quit, and Landorus now is just freaking obnoxious. Anything else? Okay. According to Go Battle Log, they said that this team is the best. I don't have Palkia Origin. I actually tried those two with the Dialga Origin in the lead, and I had pretty decent runs. Like, it was like 3-2-4-1 set. No 5-0s because, you know, like, I'm not running Palkia. I'm not running the best Pokemon. But I do think that Mewtwo is probably the most underrated Pokemon in the current meta. And Mewtwo is back for the simple one reason. Mewtwo is probably the only Pokemon that can still clap Landorus pretty hard in a neutral matchup. That's because people just fear Ice Beam on a Mewtwo, so they always shield so you can bait. And I do think that you need Ice Beam in the current meta. So if you have a Mewtwo with double Shadow Ball on one and another one, make sure to use the one with the Ice Beam. Another version of this team. Well, this is not another version of this team. This is a totally different team. This team kind of struggles a lot against Landorus, so I don't recommend to run it. But the best team, I do think, if you are a whale, it's double Origins with Lando. Why Lando? To destroy the Xerneas. If the Xerneas is in the lead, you stay in, and then you beat it with this, and you kind of hope that Palkia beat whatever in the back. If you have a Ho-Oh lead, you just go Landorus. And yeah, this team was popularized by Nices. I think he changed his logo 70 times after that. Every time. Okay, let's not get into that. If you don't have Origins and you don't have Lugia, I do think a Dragonite can make a good. Can still put a good show. So Dragonite with Ho-Oh and Xerneas is still decent. Why Dragonite? Dragonite can still beat Landorus in the one, even if you shield the bait. So that's something to keep in mind. Dragonite still beat Landorus, so keep that in mind. I still recommend to not shield the first, okay? Don't shield the first in case it's a bait. Because if it's a bait, you kinda win the game. If it's a nuke, you still can afford to no shield. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much everyone for watching today. This is the end of the video. If you guys like this video, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. Click all the buttons. Ring all the bells. You have 20 seconds to do so. And now enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever you're having. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.